Hi friends, today I'm going to show you how you can make your own spinner, and we're going to use the spinner to describe probability. So the first thing that we need to do, it's actually pretty fun, we get to use some markers and some pencil crayons, and we're going to decorate each of these parts of our spinner. So let's count each part in our spinner. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 spaces in our spinner. What's very important before you start is to make sure that each of these sections has a different color or a different pattern. You might choose to color all of this in one color, this in another color, this in another color, and this in another color, or you can use pictures and symbols instead. Down here, oh, there's our little kitty friend. Down here, you can see that there's a pattern given to you. This pattern will not be in our spinner. And that's something that's important when we think about using these words to describe it. So, I'm going to start by decorating my spinner. And I'm going to start with my little one here. And I'm going to do some lines going down in purple. And I think I'll make this like a checkered board. So I'll do some lines going this way too. It's very important that all of my sections are different. So there is my first section. Now, I'm gonna do my next section. And I think I'm gonna do some hearts. Some green hearts. Now that I'm done my second section, I can move on to the next one. And I think I'm going to choose the color orange for this next one, and I'm going to make some spirals. So I go around and around and around. Okay, and now I have one more spot. I think I'm going to do some red polka dots, because I'm choosing things that aren't going to take me a very, very long time to draw. All right, I got my polka dots done. Now my spinner is complete, but you'll notice at the bottom that you have 3 other spaces. Now, you're going to choose only 3 of these designs to put in here. Now, the first one I'm going to choose is my orange spirals. So I'm making the same design that I have up here, not something different. You need to put the designs you've already made in your spinner down at the bottom. My next one was these, oh actually maybe I'll do my purple. I'll do my purple lines. My last one, I'm going to do my big section, and I'm going to do my red dots. And you don't have to do the same thing that I'm doing. You can choose whatever design you like. Maybe you want to just color them all solid colors, or maybe you want to do your favorite animals in each of them. I love seeing how you guys get creative when you do this. Now that I have my spinner done, and I have my patterns down at the bottom, I'm going to fill in these words into my sentences. So let's read the first one together. It is that the spinner will land on spirals. So we need to think, it is likely that the spinner will land on spirals. It is unlikely that the spinner will land on spirals. It is impossible that the spinner will land on spirals, or it is certain that the spinner will land on spirals. Now that I'm done filling in my words, my vocabulary words, I'm going to check it over, and I'm going to see if it makes sense. Now that you've done and you've filled in this page, it's time to fill in the bottom of our graph so that we can start spinning away. So, at the bottom of your graph, you're going to see 4 spaces. And these 4 spaces are the parts that you've done down here. So in my first space, I'm going to put my orange spirals. Make a graph, we have labels on the bottom and we have labels on the side. And our labels on the side are our numbers, and our labels on the bottom is what part of the spinner are we looking at. So the first part is our orange spirals. The next one is our purple checkers. The next one is our black diamond. So the way that they drew this, it looks like there was a diamond and then a bigger diamond around it. And it doesn't have to look perfect. You can try your best. And it looks like there's a little bit there and a little bit there. And our last space is our red circles. Now, to make your spinner complete, I don't know if you can see both of these. To make your spinner complete, you need to put a paper clip, or you could use a bobby pin, or anything that has a space or a safety pin, anything that will move when you stick your pencil in. So we want to make sure that our pencil is right in the middle. And what I like to do is actually make a spot for my pencil. And that way I know that that's right in the middle, and that's where my pencil's gonna go. So I put my paper clip in the middle, and I put my pencil there to secure it. Now this is a little tricky, so you have to kind of push down. Not so hard that you rip your paper, but hard enough that you're securing the paper clip so it doesn't move. And then all you're gonna do is give it a spin. And I see that it landed on my orange spirals. So I'm gonna fill in my graph for my first spin. And I'm gonna do this 10 times. So spin number 1, I'm gonna use colors like at the bottom because I like when I match my colors together. Spin number 1 landed on my orange spirals. Now let's try spin number 2. Any guesses what it's gonna land on? Make your guesses. Okay, here I go. Oh, that wasn't a very good spin. I landed on my green hearts, but I didn't put green hearts in my graph, so I don't need to do anything for that. I'm gonna give it a big spin. What do you think it's gonna land on? My red circles. So for my third spin, I landed on red circles. And I said it was certain that we were going to land on those. Okay, here we go again. What's your guess? What do you think it's going to land on? Here we go. Green hearts again. So that was spin number 4. Here's spin number 5. It landed on our purple checkers. And I thought that that was very unlikely to happen. That happened on spin number 5. Okay, spin number 6, orange spirals. So that's 2 for orange spiral. I'm a little bit surprised by this, friends. I thought that it was gonna land on my red circles way more times than just once. So we have 3 more spins and we'll see which one it lands on. I'm gonna give it a big flick. Oops, that wasn't a very good one. Oh, red circles again. Okay, this is number 8, I believe. Red circles. Oh, I had a feeling this was going to happen, friends. Two more spins. Wonder what it's going to be. Red circles. So that's 4 for red circles, 2 for orange spirals, 1 for purple, and 0 for black diamonds. Okay, I think this is our last one. I'm not very good at keeping track while I do this, friends. Oh, 1 more for orange spirals, and that's our last one. Now that you've done your spinner and you've written in your words and you're done your graph, I would like you to tell me, what were you most surprised about when you were doing your spinner? Did you think it was going to land on this space every time? Were you surprised that it landed in the smallest space? Tell me something that you learned doing this activity. And what you can do is you can use the back of this paper or the back of this paper to write your sentence, or you could share it in a video for your teacher. All of our graphs are going to look different. So it's really cool to see the different patterns and the different colors that you choose for your graphs. I can't wait to see it, friends, and I hope you have fun with this really cool activity. Happy learning!